So Donald Trump had a pretty rough Tuesday this week, and as they always do, Fox News wanted to give the president the chance to come out and kind of talk his way out of the fact that his former lawyer just implicated him in a felony. And unfortunately for Fox News, they forgot that Donald Trump is a complete moron, and rather than talking himself out of trouble, he somehow managed to make it so much worse. Take a look.
Did you know about the payments?
Later on, I knew. Later on. But you have to understand, Ainsley, what he did, and they weren't taken out of campaign finance. That's a big thing. That's a much bigger thing. Did they come out of the campaign? They didn't come out of the campaign. They came from me, and I tweeted about it. You know, I don't know if you know, but I tweeted about the payments. But they didn't come out of campaign. In fact, my first question when I heard about it was, did they come out of the campaign? Because that could be a little dicey. And they didn't come out of the campaign, and that's big. But they weren't, it's not even a campaign violation. If you look at President Obama, he had a massive campaign violation, but he had a different attorney general, and they viewed it a lot differently.
Okay, in case you were not aware, let me just say it flat out. Donald Trump on Fox and Friends, Fox News, just admitted to committing a felony. That is what just happened in that clip. He admitted that he paid the money. That's the felony. That is a felony campaign finance law violation. But let's address the bigger issue here. Even bigger than, yes, the president admitting to a felony. And that is the misdirection that Donald Trump and his supporters and the folks at Fox News and the supporters he still has in Congress, this is what they're all doing. They're trying to say the money didn't come out of the campaign fund. It didn't come out of the campaign fund, so how is it illegal? So either these people are painfully stupid or they think you're painfully stupid, because that has never been what this is about. Not once, not a single story, not a single person talking about it has ever accused them of using the campaign funds. But because it is a campaign law violation, campaign finance law violation, they think that, oh, well, he didn't use campaign funds, so it can't be a violation. That's not what it is, folks. It is an in-kind campaign contribution. Any expenditure made by a human being to benefit a political campaign is an in-kind contribution, and therefore is still subject to campaign finance limits. You cannot give over a certain amount. And those payments that Michael Cohen made, that Donald Trump just admitted he reimbursed him for, are in-kind contributions that far exceed the legal limit. Yes, it is a felony. Yes, Donald Trump just admitted to it. And yes, there's actually another felony that most people miss that he also just admitted to. That felony happens to be omitting these payments on his financial disclosure forms. Norm Eisen from Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington pointed that out yesterday after Trump did the interview. Everybody was focusing on him saying, yes, he made the payment, but they missed the fact that the second felony that he admitted to by saying that was the omission of that on the financial disclosure forms. So, Fox News doing their best to try to help the president, thinking they can let him talk his way out of this, and instead just made it so much worse for the man. And I have no shred of sympathy for anyone involved in that. Not the producers or the host, and even Trump himself. They think we're so stupid that we don't know what an in-kind contribution is, and either they don't know what it is, or they're hoping that they can say that the money didn't come out of the campaign enough times that the rest of us will just finally give up and say, all right, fine, you win. That's not going to happen. These laws are pretty clear, they're pretty easy to understand, and even a moron like Donald Trump knows that what he is saying is not what the actual issue is.